Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. I believe now we're gonna go get Tally. Not Tally, Liara. Why am I bad with the names in this? And probably after that, back to the Citadel. See, I think I already looked at all the planets and got all the stuff. So yeah, the room. And of course, reds and airs.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Remember, don't drive. Other than that, we should be fine. I'm seeing a red dot or so on the mini-map. Yeah. And I can't just shoot that.
Only a fool punches a napkin in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
I don't know what that is. Basically saying we shouldn't go attack them, okay? Because it's highly guarded. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Okay, it does matter. What the fuck? Well, this is well, that's not supposed to happen. I don't even think I can get out. This is not. Yeah. I need to reload. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Oh, luckily it
Only a fool punches a napkin in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Yeah, because there's less defense. But if you fail, fine, I will go through the back. Once I figure out. Sure. Let's not go through the wall. To a wall. There's still a heavy turn, but that's only one. Compared to, you know, 3. Okay, you know what? Not shocking. No. Well, you can. We good? I think I have to go over here and push a button. Apparently not this side. Yeah, you can see where, yeah, the template here, you can definitely see where they used it on the Pinnacle Station. Especially once we get to Vermeer, where they clearly use that template for the tropical area. He tried to damage me. That opens the gate. Now we can actually drive through without, you know, what the hell we did. And I don't remember ever doing that. Just somehow glitching the Mako into the building. That's a new one. But clearly it's a legendary edition, so it's 30 and all that. Well, how many mods are there? Besides, yeah. Oh, I know that could happen in the right. Given how janky the Mako was back then. And so far I haven't really had issues with the legendary thing. Like, it's fun. It's a bit more pretty. Things are working, but that could also be because of, you know, the bits and stuff, but things are working. Not as bad as, like, you know, Bioware Remasters, the saves didn't work. They just stopped working, you couldn't save anymore. And that was stupid as shit. That's a save broke, but the save stopped working completely. Okay. Oh, it doesn't seem longer than it used to. I think it's about the same, but yeah. Oh, it'd help if I looked at the map, you know. So we start like what, over there? Yeah, probably. We haven't reached the point where we get introduced to the one thing that happened. Yeah, here's mine. Yeah. Jeez, look at all that money. And then look at all the shit we keep picking up. It's taking it, yeah. Well, notice we're having, you know, the best stuff. We don't need anything, no drop. No. It's unfortunate that. Alright, and here's what we have to leave Mako behind. Because it can't fit through here. I'm sure we could probably try to force it, and it might end up over here. Or it might end up inside a rock. That's all we know. So be careful from a rocket through rock chips. Right. Don't poke your head up? Oh, that's music. Do you like it? Maybe I should just get a bit more. Oh, wow. Wait, I have powers. Yeah, I could be using my powers, or I could just, you know, keep blasting. Oh, so wait a second, look at my bar. I feel like something's missing here, don't you? Yeah, okay, that's better. I was gonna say adrenaline burst is there. Where's my unity? There's no unity now. For some reason they moved immunity over now. See, I still have my assassination, lift, throw, singularity. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's gonna be more complicated Mass Effect 2. Introduction to these things. Because they will. Because we need something that also had more camo. Because the camo. I want to point out nothing wears camo in Mass Effect in the rest of this. That gets Alright. Oh no. Well, that one passed that thing. Oh, that's bad. That was my bad. Totally my bad. Oh, it's okay. I was just Balance what? Barrett's gonna get back up.
Time for payback.
There you go. Oh, so why did you switch to that?
Good to go.
We're fine with this.
Enemy sighted.
Oh no, the damage is huge. Not the huge. I need my not the jamming.
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel,
But is the Citadel really a broken ruin? Question. Well, oh, for fuck's sakes. Go away, Mo. God damn it. Okay, where was I? Before I'm interrupted again.
Sterile white. Protheans sure built.
Oh, we take an elevator. Go take an elevator. But that makes sense. That Bioware was supposed to be one of these. There's one down.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please?
What's up?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara Tassoni, I presume?
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Oh no, they got a Krogan. Well, we have a Krogan too, don't we?
Let's get moving.
Exactly. Oh, now we're in the, like, basically the subterranean aspects of Pinnacle Station maps. Let's see, don't need this. The sniper rifle though. Somehow I don't think it's cost of fabrication that makes the harpoon. Isn't the harpoon sort of a Terran State Arms thing? I do like the harpoon though. Bird extension, combat scanner, meh. And that was the whole thing about what was Mass Effect Andromeda. It's like, you can have some of these weapons from Mass Effect 3. You can't have your, the good old saber, though. You could have the harpoon, but the only problem, though, is it's easily outclassed by the frickin' Ishay. Which is just, yeah, it's just going to zap everything. With a high-powered laser bolt. Anyway, laser code. Oh yeah, you know, it's a code. How we totally know the code. Trial and error, everyone. Oh, for F6. As I said, try and error. Yeah, I still think I prefer the puzzles and stuff in Mass Effect 2 more. Because the ones in Mass Effect 1 are, yeah, it gets a bit repetitive with the whole, okay, so decryption is basically this. Electronics is basically this. Recovering artifacts is basically this. It's all basically the same thing. But then you have these other ones, well, you have to play basically, Sniper and Simon says it's basically, can you guess which direction it's in? Drive an error with the puzzle. Hi.
Oh,
what's up?
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We used the mine
We blasted
laser.
through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
Well, maybe they found a way past
These ruins
that.
are not stable.
Or
That mining
that.
laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
And then we have our awkward elevator transition where we just all stand still. Not even discussing anything. Also, just that camera angle, just, he's gonna march in.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Then there was a Krogan battle master. That would just
Charging up.
Oh yeah. Because they're using frost on my thing so it freezes them. Oh jeez. At least we got this in the mirror for a bit. Yeah, I'm using frost on both those AI. Okay, guys. There you go. I was like, there you go. The Aquabell. So yeah. Well, at least
Too
we
close,
have the,
Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Well, time for this, because, you know, that... Because Shepard sadly hasn't really, in Mass Effect 1, hasn't really dealt with aliens that much outside of stuff. So doesn't really know the whole
Just how old are you exactly?
proper
I
thing.
hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child.
Asari basically sort
That
of
is
like
why my
space
research has not received the
away.
attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues.
Really?
But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
But who can become for the pro?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans. even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Yeah,
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit.
So
or
what
Saren.
good are you?
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
See, that's the point. Great. Anyway, welcome aboard.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expect she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Communications cut,
Gonna have
Commander.
to keep doing that. It's always fun. So now then, time to go talk to everyone.
Commander?
How you still feel
Speak
about
freely.
that?
I trust you, Commander.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I haven't looked at the heat load monitor. Ooh, that heat load monitor. Oh boy. Wait, when did these things become a thing? I don't remember being able to look at these.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point.
Going
They'd
off
probably
a
make
bit.
me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. Medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing?
He's the best ship balances. The Normandy's probably too much.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya. He always sounds so disappointed when you leave, doesn't he? Just, alright, see ya. Yeah, it's like, hey, we had all these coded entries now for you to look at. Why did you add them first? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Is there a coded entry here? I'll be like, no, guess not. Okay, back to downstairs, right? Go downstairs, see if Caden finally wants to talk. Oh yeah, and then there's Liara. Told you go try to talk to Liara. Caden, do you want to finally talk? I've been trying to talk to you for the last 10 episodes.
Do you have a minute?
Oh, now you want to talk.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record,
I make
I
time
think there's
for
something
pretty
wrong
much
here.
everyone.
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Sure you're not just paranoid, Karf?
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp.
Brain
Sorry,
camp.
hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element 0.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Well, there you go.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Oh, I got my head.
Yeah, that's the official name.
Ship
Biggest
light.
and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
Well, I want to know my crew.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Yeah, to some
Of
degree.
course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
Of course, I have to talk to everyone.
I'll need
It's
some
literally
time to
what I have to
process
do.
that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, these things are as bad as Carve. Carve was like, we need to talk, but I don't want to talk about it.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to
I've
get a
wasted
sense.
enough of your time for now,
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Oh, well, there you go.
We'll talk later, Caden.
We'll talk later.
I'd like
Kate.
that.
I think he's trying to flirt with us. Anyway, let's go find BR. Let's go try to find Liara.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you
Why
need?
are you louder than Kate?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Some of the audio for NPCs doesn't feel right. Some are louder than others. Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Maybe.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
That's a very good outlook for that, with the whole... Like, it's one of those things, though, if you... Like, a lot of media depicts it... Like, trying to think of an example. Think of, like, vampires. The whole... Okay, or basically anything that's immortal. Because you basically have the concept that... You're gonna be around for it. They're gonna be around forever. Anyone they get, you know, in close contact with, they're not gonna, you know, live forever compared to someone who's immortal. It's the whole thing about, I mean, only 1,000 years isn't immortality, but it's still the concept of immortality is that you're going to basically outlive everyone around you, because, yeah. So it helps to have an outlook like that, well, yeah. You're gonna outlive everyone, but they all become a part of you that lives on in us.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You could do that.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species,
well, yeah,
we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Maybe something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander. I get the feeling you want to ask...
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Well, do you like
You must
it?
enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Oh, don't worry.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Is there any more?
I get the feeling you want to
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk?
I should go.
Goodbye,
I
Shepard.
like that. I just want to talk.
I get the feeling
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
With us that.
I should go.
So
Goodbye,
yeah.
Shepard.
I think we exhausted that conversation. Pretty sure we're done with its conversations with Rhett, Tari, and Garrus, but I want to go down and talk to at least Ash. Nash will just say no. Hi.
Looking for supplies?
Well, I don't know. Do you have
Let's see
anything
what you
better
got.
than
You
what I
bet.
have? I have a Lancer 9. It's not bad. It's highly expensive, but it's nowhere near as good as what I have already. But yeah. Garrus.
How are you?
Rat.
Shepard.
Rex?
Oh, so Liara's locker. So what are we gonna give to Liara? Probably an assault rifle. Just toss this stupid thing away. Think she would need the pistol. Don't have any sniper hours though. Cause she is just... She's basically a pure biotic, which means... she's not really trained to use any other weapons. Oh, that's a... oh. I didn't actually mean to give you an army tool. I was trying to give you this, actually. Oh well. I forgot, why do you even have an army tool? And she... yeah, there's no Azari armor. So they basically use human armor. Because they basically have the same body structure as a human, practically. So they can use, you know, human armor. Anyway, hi.
Commander?
Can we finally talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never
Caden?
happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone.
Oh no.
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
Oof.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Then we get into that
Dad passed on a
matter.
few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it?
Oh, well,
That I believe in God?
Mass Effect Andromeda tried to pull that with, you know, her. Nah, not my
Your
place.
beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your
Exactly.
moral compass.
I appreciate that, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
More dialogue.
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Dialogue.
One-on-one?
I should get back to my duties. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Well, you are.
Not everyone's
Yeah,
as close to their family
exactly.
as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Well, then we shot them with a mind
Dismissed,
laser,
Chief.
so.
Ma'am.
Shrug. Terry! Oh, I bet I can examine this now. Terry.
Hey, Shepard. Do you need something?
Terry, tell me
I wanna
about
know
how
more
you
about
guys
Geth.
murdered all the Geth
I
and
doubt
pissed
I
them
can tell
off.
you all I know is the story of their origins. What
Yeah,
they
you
were
should
when
totally
we created
we should
them,
totally have this
and how they
conversation
turned on us.
again.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force.
Slave labor,
Initially, their
everyone.
intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Oh, you did.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Does this unit have
As
a
you can
soul?
imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
Using them as
It was
slaves.
inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Wow.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
Exactly.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Yeah, well, they defended
It's hard to feel
themselves.
sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another
Exactly.
species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
You didn't give them a real good first impression.
Exactly,
You really
that too.
think things would be any different if we waited for them to act first? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I should go.
See you later.
We created basically the slave labor species. Well, a bunch of slave labor robots. And we made them able to think. So once they started actually thinking, we realized, oh shit, they're probably going to turn on us. They're going to question, why are we doing this? So yeah, let's just murder them all off. You know, best decisions. They won't come back. They won't object to being murdered off at all, will they? Yep. It's hard to actually support the Quarians in the long run. Anyway, time to go back to the Citadel, everyone. You know, the Citadel. I even said Shepard's apartment, though. Nice. Let's go back to the Citadel. Unless Admiral Hacker wants to talk. No, he doesn't want to talk. Okay. To the Citadel. Because as we've advanced stuff enough, we probably have a bunch of west. West. Shame I didn't wait until after I finished my whole why am I not, you know, fancy dialogue options. Anyway, now we'll take Liara for now. I think I'm gonna take her in Novaria too, but yeah. Because Liara's not bad.
Equalize.
I need to set up for points though. See, I'm good on weapons. I just need. Well, I need to make throw better. 2 points, eh? What do I want to put my 2 points into? Special training, make myself better. I need 4 heal, I need 4 heal. Assault training get towards that? First aid, meh. Shield boost, eh. Immunity, lift. Let's move that. We'll get back to you. Rats, what do I want you to do? Throw? I mean... Advanced immunity. Advanced immunity. Well. Let's see, Liara, throw. Yeah, she doesn't get any points for pistol. Doesn't get points for any weapons, really. Lift. Yeah, Liara's whole thing is she is pure biotic. And singularity. Oh yes, singularities for days. Barrier, she probably should get barrier just so she has something to defend herself with. Oh yeah, she's that was her. So she gets access to electronics. Not decryption though. How many times does decryption use over electrons? A lot more. Well, let's finish off singularity. Throw. Point stasis. And I guess make first aid advanced. There we go. That works.
Using interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Surprised they didn't bring that back in the other Mass Effect. Rear Admiral Mikhailovich.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic.
Mihailovic.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
Captain Anderson made it clear to me that my assignment came from way up in the brass. They say jump, I say how high.
Remember that when I tell you to jump. I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
This ship has saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long.
Oh, time for this.
Commander, I'm not happy.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat. And I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things backwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits at element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's two ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment.
I'm Normandy's commanding officer. The regs state I have the authority to say who does and doesn't come aboard. If you disagree, send a complaint up the chain of command.
Sophistry, Commander. You know I'm right. You want them on board that bad? Fine. Don't quote regs at me. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
We showed the Council something they hadn't thought of with our fighter carriers. You may disapprove of Normandy, but she's just another way we're outthinking them.
That assumes Normandy's technologies can become practical in the future. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Rear Admiral, make have a bit.
Alliance officials report that a Geth incursion into the Armstrong cluster has been repulsed, with the Geth suffering heavy casualties.
I did do that.
In the event of future Geth activity, the Alliance plans to maintain a strong security presence in the area.
Oh, it's time, everyone. Oh, it's time. I was trying to save.
Commander Shepard? Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
Sure, why not?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
We all know it should have happened years ago. I hope the Council realizes that we won't sit at the kids' table forever.
Some believe that without firm action on our part, the Council will continue to treat us like poor relations. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Don't punch.
Enough of your snide insinuations.
Oh, I did that one.
You bitch! I'll make sure everyone in the Alliance sees that. Your career is over.
Oh, I needed that one. Oh, somehow I don't think they have any new things downhill, but yeah. I remember where all the new other stuff is on the Citadel now.
Hello, Commander.
What's up?
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you,
Do you have
Commander.
any more things?
Enjoy.
No, you don't. Well, you have licenses. I have to go back across all the shops and look for licenses, don't I? Oh, where do I want to go?
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle.
Yeah,
Major
shame
Kyle
about
and his
that
cultists refused to surrender and were killed
Didn't
in
have
the resulting
the
firefight.
conversation checked. Boo boo boo. Well, they should be here now, shouldn't they? Asana. Yeah, they should be there now. But firstly, let's go talk to Asana. Since I'm right here near the embassies. Hopefully the Citadel doesn't take too long. I just need to remember
Welcome to
who
the
I need to go talk
Allow
to.
me to be your guide.
Boop. Hi, is everything still the same?
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm just wandering aimlessly. Hi, you.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
Ran into
You're
your
Nasana,
sister.
right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. Didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana. And I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
True, but I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods.
Wow.
I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available.
Sure,
Goodbye,
why not?
Shepard.
Add to my
It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
We totally won't run into her again. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
This place seems strange.
I wish there were humans around.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Do. Trying to remember who else, if there's anything new. So we need to go talk to Conrad, the merchants, go over there, talk to that one couple that should have shown up. In Kendo now. Yeah, I wanted to actually get rid of the Hanar and not to seize that guy, but screwed up.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment.
Indeed.
Where there was only darkness.
Up there they are.
I'm telling you, this is
Michael
not what
Pachevsky and Rebecca Pachevsky.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want? I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
So what's going on?
Can I help with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives!
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about.
This is...
Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
For what it's worth, I think you should consider undergoing the therapy.
I don't care what you think. Who are you anyway? It's my child. It's my decision.
Bitch.
You've already lost your husband. Are you gonna let your grief endanger the baby too?
I had to watch Jacob die. I can't risk causing the death of my child as well.
Your husband's death wasn't your fault. But if you refuse the therapy, your child's death could be.
Don't you understand? I can't lose this baby. This is all I have left of him.
And you and that baby are all I have left of Jacob. I can't lose you. Either of you. Not after this.
Then why didn't you just say that instead of yelling at me?
I was scared. I'm sorry.
If it means that much to you, if you trust that it's the right thing, I'll do the therapy. Thank you so much. I guess we needed an outside person to talk some sense into both of us.
Yeah, that. It's almost like those whole anti-vaxxer things. This will help the child. But no, it might end up with other complications later. But if he doesn't get this, he's gonna end up dying from this other thing instead. Balavan.
Greeting. How can this humble servant be of use to you?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Commander.
I don't think he has anything new. Dylan.
Commander.
Show me your items.
Show me your items. Amazing. Well, that would probably actually look nice on a Krogan in the closet, but yeah.
Commander.
Show me your items.
Licenses. Commander.
Commander.
Show me your items.
There your upgrades. Okay, where am I going next? Concert Tower? I think I really want to go to the Citadel Tower next. I don't remember if there was anything out, so yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to the Citadel Tower. But I know there's some thing or two to turn in though. Then you go back to the wards, go talk to all the merchants. Oh, Emily Wong, hi.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you.
Oh, do you?
Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Gotta save lives. Yeah. Gotta go around in circles. Gotta go see. Kahuku. Kahuku.
No, I'm waiting. Commander, any word on my missing men?
I found them. Well, what was left of them. They ran into a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part.
But what about
families
Bane?
of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
I feel like yeah, what about Bane?
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
Anyway, can I help?
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
So now he's gonna go investigate. Remember, he's going to go investigate. Gorov.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right? Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
I think that covers pretty much everyone here in the tower. I forgot about I forgot Emily Wong was going to be up here. I thought she'd be in the ward still. Well, she wants me to go basically to wards to C-Sec. I'm probably gonna get called about what I did though. Shepard, you can't just be punching reporters in the face. Oh yeah, well, we have Solarians that are actually dressed in C-Sec uniforms, because I had to set that in the mod settings for some reason. Hi, Chilak.
Not now. Not now.
How about now?
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 Not now. Not now. Not now. Not now. Not now. Not now.
Well, apparently not now, everyone.
Hello, Commander.
So we go uphill. The inconspicuous location. Just gonna plant this hill. Oh, apparently I need to examine this for a codex entry. I've never really read those codex entries. Because that was a lot. It's not like Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal. Well, you know, the lore's all just part of the story and stuff. This is just... It's just good. Padding for explaining stuff. Like, fine, we'll look at the codex for a second. Secondary. So yeah, like, all that stuff. Like, it's excess amounts of lore that really isn't really that relevant. I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to go over all the lore in this. See, I want to go to the Sunwell now. Ah, let's go back to Flats. That'll be fun. Good old Flats. Maybe we could dance with Doran again. You arrived at Flats? Wait, isn't that what's his pet? No, he isn't him. But there's a guy here who needs drugs to improve stuff. Oh, you haven't talked about this?
Why is the music in these places always so loud? It almost seems as if the people here want an excuse not to talk to each other.
Places like this always want to hire Krogan bouncers. It's like we're a status symbol for them.
Oh, he's not a Krogan.
Hey, good to see another human in here.
Doran! Dance! But look at Doran go. Look at him go.
I'm waiting for someone else. The place is busier than usual.
I could go up like crazy if I really wanted to, but yeah.
Commander, thanks again for all your help.
Huh. I thought for sure there was a quest too. I know there is one, I just don't remember when. Oh, well, time to go wander aimlessly. Oh yeah, isn't there occasionally, at some point, the hotel firma party here? Huh. Yeah, I can't remember when there's stuff, but I can't remember when the stuff is. That's the problem. While I'm here, I'll be playing this Maddie show.
Yes, Commander. Is there something I can...
Let me take a look at
Of course.
No new things? Okay.
Yes, Commander. Is there something
You're
I
a doctor.
I chose
You're a
to...
doctor.
I chose to keep them...
I'll be going
Goodbye,
now.
Commander. Nice talking to you.
Okay. Marcus, I guess. Right. Yeah. I don't know when quests are. That's the problem, because I know there's a terraforming party though. There's a guy who wants a certain type of drug, and Conrad that I'm going to come back to again. So that means I'll probably come back after Novaria? I think I'll do Novaria second.
This isn't a proof of purchase.
It's a bank statement.
Ah, that's bad.
Welcome back, EarthClan.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. Armaments arsenal license, yes. Conrad!
Hey, Commander Shep. There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And your grace and skill have inspired a whole legion of admirers, too. Hey, can I get your picture?
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
Are you kidding? Nobody will believe that I talked with the beautiful Commander Shepard unless I get a picture. Just hold up your gun.
Oh, this seems incriminating.
Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Do you even have a wife? Well, he's gone. I'm sure nothing bad will happen about this. I think we need to come back at least one more time. Moreland! Many great things.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Yeah, I like
Very
how there's
good
the
things I
bait
have.
thing,
You will
and then
see.
it's just... It doesn't really go anywhere, really. It feels like it should have been a quest, but it isn't really a quest. Anyway, what you got? He's got non-human things, which are... yeah, about the
Yes,
same as
human.
what
You need something, yes? Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Very good things, yes. Geth armory license, yes. Yes. Grenades, yes.
Yes, human. You need
What
something.
do you know about Baines?
I have never met him,
He's never
human.
met him.
Goodbye.
Yes,
There
all
you
right
go.
then. Good tidings to you, human.
Wait, who the fuck is Finch?
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Who the fuck is Finch? I'm sorry, you
Have we
met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
The vids never tell the whole story. So, what can I do for the Reds?
One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded. We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to the Turian and see what I can do.
Sure,
Thanks,
why not?
Shepard. I knew you'd remember your old
You know,
friends.
our old guy.
The guards over
from
in Chorus Den.
Earthborn.
Take care of this, and
I
you'll
forgot
never
about
see me
this
again.
one. I completely forgot about Finch. Normally I remember most things in this, sort of. Except I forget the timing on shit.
We Asari are more accepting of our sexuality than most other species. Some club owners like to exploit this by hiring us as dancers.
I've noticed.
Just had a good thing going here. Too bad he got ready.
Turn guard. Hi.
Can I help you?
You've got a prisoner named Kurt Wiseman. I'd like that prisoner freed.
I'd like a lot of things, human. Desire forms the foundations of organized society.
Well, there you go.
That said, the xenophobe will remain in Turian custody. This is not negotiable.
Why are you calling him a xenophobe?
The human acknowledged his affiliation with several anti-alien organizations.
Oh, great.
His crime specifically targeted Turians as a species. It was a hate crime and will be treated as such at his sentencing.
What sentence is Wiseman likely to receive?
Considering that he attempted to commit a xenophobic hate crime,
Well,
I would
this isn't
expect
just
him to
red
receive a
sand.
lifetime imprisonment.
What crime did Wiseman commit?
He attempted to poison medical cargo being sent to a Turian colony to treat an outbreak of a dangerous disease.
Well, that's a
If
lot
he'd succeeded,
more.
millions would have died. This human is a dangerous xenophobe.
Thanks for the information. One of Wiseman's friends was less than honest with me.
I understand. Weissman was too well supplied to be acting alone. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard on his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time. When we're through telling our story, the aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
You think I care what the aliens think of me, Finch?
But this is your career. You'd throw it all away like that?
I can legally execute everyone in this
Is
bar.
that right?
You think the council cares about my shady past?
I can legally
overcome a troubled
execute
youth to lead a
everyone.
proud military career. The Turians would not care about such things, and I doubt your lies would fool the Solarians or the Asari.
Fine, Shepard, you're right. You're not one of the Reds.
Man.
Maybe you never were.
You're not part of the gang anymore.
That man is a xenophobe who thinks he can blackmail a Spectre. You should have killed him.
Yeah. But he's not worth my time.
I didn't need target practice. Don't you have a prisoner to guard?
Goodbye, human. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Spectre you turn out to be.
Oh, yeah. I could legally execute everyone here in this bar and it would be fine. What's up?
I got business here, but not with you.
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Oh, he's watching the show, everyone.
Hey, you gonna be dancing later?
Probably not. High heart.
Go away. Let me drink your piece.
I completely forgot about the bench thing. Guess you are part of it. What would happen if I actually did that legit? I have to look that up. Oh, Mass Effect bench. Does he come back in any of the later ones? Probably not. So, eventually member of North Gang called the 10th Street Reds. We used to include a younger Shepard, the commander with the reform background. So, can meet him, blah blah blah. If Shepard decides not to, well, let's see. Then arrested for minor offense, so decides not to finish the cavity, we would put in the cavity how Shepard wants them. You can't even convince him to stay quiet, merely true. But it doesn't say what happens if we let him out. Also, oh, he sends me an email eventually in Mass Effect 2. Huh. Well, that's the thing. Anyway, yeah. That was weird. So the thing is, we need eventually to lead Taco Conrad again. Doesn't say that on my assignments, but yeah, Conrad's still a thing. Nico, yeah, oh here it is. Probably haven't seen the last Conrad. I need to go back to the tower to do that. Still need this, still need that. Yeah, there was something else. Well, actually a few things. Like, when is the terra firma thing? Like, I know that's a conversation, but... But yeah, like, when can the conversation happen? Because it hasn't happened yet. Let's see. Huh, it happens then? Huh. Okay. At least looked up. So, I think now I just want to go back to the tower, turn in that quest, then I guess leave. Come back probably after Novaria. Forget when that quest over. Oh well. Whoops, I keep forgetting. There it is. Presidium. Presidio Tower. I did the thing.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
Okay, well, now that that's all taken care of, now we go back to the ship.
A research facility in the Hades Gamma Cluster was the victim of an attack by biotic extremists. Drugged researchers were used as human shields, and there were several civilian casualties in the ensuing Alliance raid. The facility is expected to reopen soon with tighter security measures in place.
But there you go. Let's see, there was a quest that can take place out here. But, yeah.
A private docking bay. Wonder how much the Alliance had to shell out for this.
I think this, I forget what one it
Ward
is.
stretching out before you really makes you appreciate the Citadel as a true wonder of Prothean engineering.
Now it's one of the choices you made. Which I do like the fact that, yeah, you know, your choices you made do have quests involved around.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
It's like the whole...
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
It's like the whole Dragon Age Origins thing. Well, hey, you have all these nice introductions and stuff, depending on your choices, and some of that comes back to play into parts later. Well, some of it does. Your connection of things. But then there's like this. Well, yeah, some of your things have to involve quests. Some of it might actually carry over a bit into Mass Effect 2, maybe Mass Effect 3. Yeah, it's like that stuff I liked in Guild Wars 2 with the whole, your initial choices matter, but then they don't after that. It's the sad part. Like, I like the initial stories with the whole, here's what you chose, here's how it plays out, you can make more choices, here's how it plays out. But at the same time, does it matter later on? No, it doesn't. Once you get past like the 30 or 40 story session, it starts mellowing out a bit then, sadly. But anyway, it's time to save, and next time we're going to go to, I'm not sure, Novaria? Areas around Novaria? Didn't we always do stuff around Novaria? Actually, then we'll go to Asteroid X-52? Yeah, that. The Bringing Down the Sky DLC. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day.